In 1912, the parish priest in Persay bought the land this home stands on for $52.50. 3 years later, he completed a tidy bit of business, selling it on to a doctor who had a sanatorium built there. Tuberculosis patients came for cures in the fresh air and the sunshine, looking out at the sea and the rock. Despite these assets, the Montjoly Sanitarium didn't stay up there long. Just a few years later, it was moved not far from here, close to Côte Surprise. In 1923, this grand house on the hill was built for a Mrs. Shearson, the wife of a rich New York banker. Indeed, it was so grand that it became known as Shearson Manor. 10 years later, the keys belonged to Agnes Furlong, whose ancestors had come across from Ireland. Of all the people to set up home on the Gaspé Peninsula following the conquest, the Irish were many. Their descendants would later live on a strip of land at the back of the village that's still known as Ireland to this day. That's where Madame Furlong grew up. She would later sell her home to the Molson family in 1956 for the symbolic sum of $1. The Molsons would never live there. Their aim was to preserve the heritage built atop Montjoly. Today, the white houses with the red roofs that stand all around you are preserved by the Canadian Heritage of Quebec Foundation set up by the Molsons.